So he originally went to the center, but obviously he can't be there, so he had to go to the defense side. After a brief moment of confusion, he finds his lawyer and sits beside him. He once again glances at legal mindset, smirks, and sticks out his tongue. The judge and prosecution observe everything.
Twice? I didn't know that, Andrew. I thought he only did it once. Twice? That was like, I'm getting out of here. That's what that was.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
The judge says see you next month. That's tough. Yeah, it's embarrassing. I did not know that he did this jump multiple times either, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He literally was trying to make sure that Andrew saw this jump. Like, boy, lock in. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. Atozy's back. I'm about to just keep it a buck with y'all, bro. We can finna go. Atozy, obviously, I know he went down to South Korea to be there, you know, present in person for Johnny Somali's court date or whatever, you know what I'm saying, his trial date. And within him doing that, he actually went around to a bunch of the spots that Johnny Somali had his whole South Korean debacle dilemma, just everywhere. Most of the spots he'd been around causing the havoc, causing the trouble that he has. So y'all already know what it is. Me and the boss had to come gel about it. So let's get into it. Hey, man, like I said, Atozy. We got disrespectful IRL streamer destroys his life in Korean court in front of us. Y'all already know what it is. If you guys want to watch the original video, that will be down in the description. Y'all already saying. Sorry, y'all, I can't even give your own opinions and conjecture. I can't even talk.
The original
video will be down
there first. The first link.
But yeah, let's just get right into it.
If you come right here, you see that 7-Eleven right there is where pretty much the most hated live streamer in the world made one of the worst decisions of his life by decided to getting belligerently drunk, throwing noodles around, and then cussing out the store employee. This basically kickstarted his downfall here in Korea because it was after that incident that things started to crumble together for him.
And this caused a ripple effect that put enough negative attention on his behavior that he got the attention of the Korean government. And now with all the official charges placed on him, he's now facing over a decade in Korean prison. So today, we're gonna head over to his trial. So over the past few years, this streamer has built a small career off of going to countries that have a reputation of being extremely polite, taking advantage of this and harassing people for his own content. And not too long after he started doing this, he ended up in jail in Japan for a little bit over 3 months while he was awaiting his trial. Eventually, he only ended up receiving a fine and a slap on the wrist, and he chose to double down on the style of content. So he then went to Israel, but unfortunately for him, he was attacked multiple times, had a lot of interactions with the police, and ended up fleeing the country before something happened to him. This is where he decided to go to Korea and try this format that he did in Japan over here. And unfortunately, he did this for a while until he flew just a little bit too close to the sun.
So essentially, he was streaming exactly from right here.
And obviously, that upset a lot of people, including the Korean government.
It's still wild to think, like, this jump really did happen. He really did all this stuff. And, like, we have the clips and the VODs and all. It's...
Yeah, but I'm still bugging off the fact that he said in the live, the noodles fell, it dropped. Should we go to the videotape again?
I'm like, no, we don't need to, because even if
it dropped,
even if it did, it's like, yeah, brother. Even if the noodles just fell or didn't or not, yeah, you still finna catch this charge. Like, what are we talking about? Like,
naturally, he is his own worst enemy because he films and live streams everything that he does. So all the Korean officials have to do is just sit and go through all of his live streams, which they all have saved, and essentially say, oh, well, you did this, you did this, you did this, we can charge you for this, this, and this. And when those charges can drop, that can be whenever. In theory, they can just keep on opening more and more cases against him based on his past content. And under no circumstances can Johnny leave the country until all of his cases are finished, all of his time is served, and all of his fines are paid. But for some reason, up until now, Johnny thought he was gonna get away easily. But as you can see, I flew out to Korea to go to the trial and report right back to you guys exactly how things went down.
Stan.
Hey, oh my goodness. I like this tour, thank you.
So it's now a couple days before the trial, and he's now been hit with yet another charge of obstruction of business. Dude is essentially collecting charges like he's Thanos collecting Infinity Stones. Now he's sitting there with a grand total of about 2 charges for obstruction of business and 2 misdemeanor charges.
The most ironic thing about all this is I feel like I'm actually taking Johnny's trial more seriously than him when it's him.
No. Let me correct. Everyone that's not him is taking it more serious than him.
Except for Hank.
You know what I'm saying? What's that?
Hank and Johnny.
Oh yeah,
said
nah.
they
Hank
just-
is sitting there, buddy
They
booing,
think it's a joke.
hanky
They think
poo,
it's funny.
and I'm saying sucky, all that type jazz. Yeah, now he's in his own, whole nother world with Johnny over there. They're just thinking they're in La La Land. They about to go ahead and somehow make their way to China. I don't know how they're doing this.
Vacation after this.
But yeah, those are like the only two people on the planet that are not taking his case serious, and it's ridiculous. Like everyone else, us, Atozy, Legal Mindset, everyone, you know what I'm saying, everyone covering this joint, everyone's expressing how terrible and bad this truly is for Johnny. He doesn't care.
Horrible.
Beating the case like OJ, facts. You know what I'm saying, and it's just sad for him, not for us. We gonna revel in his downfall.
His freedom that's on the line. I dragged my jet-lagged self out to the trial 2 hours before it started because I wanted to be there at a minimum an hour early so I could guarantee myself a seat in the Saal. Saal is Norwegian. To guarantee myself a seat in the courtroom. But this dude decided to go live drunk at 3 in the morning and live stream for like 3 hours when he had to be in the court by like 8:50. And here, in his own fashion, he started trash talking the Korean government and accidentally leaked that he had more charges coming his way.
National Intelligence Security Charge. National Intelligence Security Charge. Does anybody know what the that means?
Yeah, but you don't.
The
That's the
National
problem.
Intelligence Service gonna come get me. Tell them come find me. I ain't scared of them.
How is this guy playing his cards in the dumbest way possible every single time? I mean, like, it's like every decision he makes
it's literally-
is going to make everything.
It's literally what he wanted too.
What, the clout, the fame. What? I don't know.
Well, besides that, no, but I'm saying with this national security thing, he literally said it because I remember that way back when he had first been outside. Remember when he had first made that one video out in the snow? He was saying this, John. Yeah, he was up in the tree because he was saying like shout out Islam and all that. Because I remember that, like when he was on the table, on the park bench table. Yeah, I remember that, John. And then now, yeah, national security said, okay, we're gonna go ahead and take it serious, bud. Nice. Here's your papers. Like, bro.
Infinitely worse for himself. He just does not want to be a free man. But as many of you guys know, he's been running around promoting North Korea in his streams on the metro station by blasting the national anthem and by blasting various speeches by Kim Jong-un. And then he's been running around, you know, preaching positivity about North Korea while he's been streaming. And if you know anything about North Korea and South Korea, you would know that's an unwise thing to do. It's like he's actively making his life harder on purpose for himself. And that wasn't the only charge. He also accidentally leaked that he was getting a charge that was infinitely worse while using a racial slur to the prosecutors and judge.
You think this is a game? They writing this in language.
And this is where things get interesting because it shows how the prosecutors are playing against him. Because this is a way more serious charge and it's a completely separate case. Meaning, if he pleads guilty to the smaller charges, they can then charge him in this case as a repeat offender. Meaning, they'll be going way harder on him with the sentencing. So keep that in mind for later. But apparently, he just doesn't care because he just announced that no matter what, he's just gonna stream and make money even though he legally cannot.
I'm about to say, but he has no work visa, so he can't do that either.
Yeah, because he thinks it's fair that they should give him 10,000.
Well, no, Mimi Party?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, who is they?
No, Party. He's gonna stream a Party, and he thinks it's fair. That's fair, right? 10,000.
I'm like, yeah, he thinks he's getting a deal, or well, I don't know if he thinks, but he's trying to get a deal with Party. I don't even think, like, even if he were able to get a deal from Party, what's the point? No one is watching you on Party. I'm surprised that, like, you even still have these last stragglers, glazers in your chat here for this, bro. Like, bro, come on. When you think of content creation, bro, you think of, like, the main platforms, YouTube, Twitch, you know what I'm saying, Instagram, you know what I'm saying, Twitter, yada, yada, all these joints, bro. We not thinking of Party, bro.
He gonna be the first one to get kicked off Party. Banned,
Probably.
I mean. He gonna be the first one banned.
Has Jack got banned on Party?
No, ain't nobody get banned on Party.
Yeah, because, like, what's the point?
Ramsey would be the first one.
You might be able to actually take somebody out on Party, still not be banned, because they need the traction, bro, because that platform is so dead.
I don't give a. These gonna lock me in the country. I'm gonna make bread.
You're not.
If these lock me in the country, I'm gonna make bread.
Oh my
You're not.
God.
I don't give a.
Oh my God.
I don't give a. Send that to the prosecutor. My live stream donators, they gonna.
I'm sure he'll love to hear it.
Yo.
I'm sure he'll love to hear it and see it.
Send that to the prosecutors.
Go ahead.
Mhm.
You know, we will. No,
Yeah, no problem.
we'll make
no
very
problem.
very, very quick notice of this and make sure he's alerted.
We all gonna send it to him.
Promise. It's a promise.
On getting rich and oiled because they feel bad that I've been locked here. Snitching. Johnny Somali is making money.
They feel bad. They feel bad.
Yeah, don't lock me in the country, Korean corrupt ass government. If the government don't want me to work, I'm not working. I'm streaming. It's two different things.
Like,
I could be at Home Depot or selling my.
Streaming.
That's working.
that's what I'm saying. Like when we had seen this like the first time going through all this junk, I just couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it now. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like
It's even worse.
this fool literally saying like, "Yo, I'm still like working and streaming not the same thing." I'm like, but they both pay you, right? So
This is way even worse. It sounds worse
Like,
again.
bruh,
Like
as much as bulls, especially like me, would not want to call like making YouTube videos or streaming or whatever like a job. Like it still technically is a job though, because like doing this, John, especially if you're monetized, it's gonna pay you, bro. Like yo, either way, regardless, Johnny, Ramsey, Khalid, Ismail, nah, you're not doing this, bud. They're finna really be coming at you hot, bro. Yo, watch. They
he just admitted.
They're gonna start hitting them with the actual financial crimes. Then it's really gonna be cooked for him, bro.
Yo,
Cause it's gonna be like what you avoiding South Korean taxes. Oh yeah, you're gonna get cooked. You're gonna get cooked. Like he's already cooked. Like what are we talking about? They have
he
not
gonna be overdone. What do you say, burnt?
I don't know. Well done, because like
he's
it's
fast
just,
well done.
like
He's
this
just-
is charcoal.
Yeah,
I don't know.
charcoal grill burnt.
Cause
yo.
bro, they didn't even touch the deep fakes yet. Bro, bruh. You know what?
Shut the.
All of this is just so incredibly self-inflicted. Maybe people would have a little bit of sympathy for him if he didn't spend the last 2 years harassing strangers in public for profit. Dude is literally just traveling to be a burden to other people's societies as a career. And he's admitted that's how he makes his money. So this is his occupation. And clearly he doesn't care about anyone except for himself, and he will just do anything to make money. And he's admitted that himself.
I just don't get it, bro. Like, you're gonna come up to me, bro. Why are you being to other people in other countries? Why are you bullying people in other countries? For money, like, for clout. I've said it many times.
But if he cared so much about himself, I'm
Iconic
surprised
clip right
he
there.
did this before showing up to court. Because
Exactly.
wouldn't he want freedom? Because on his stream, knowing he had court in just a few hours, he drank until he vomited all over the place.
Yeah,
I'm giving y'all the first viral moment tonight.
Bro. Yeah, you're cooked, little bro. We gonna see you later.
He's such a little thing. He can't even drink anything. Probably had that one can right there.
Bro, it is so over.
But he admitted that he was taking those pills, so
True.
narcotics.
But nah,
that's not
yeah,
prescribed to him.
You could hear when he ends up like actually throwing up too. Like, yo, he's done. Look at him.
Oh
my god, I threw up everything. Y'all wanna see this?
No,
Oh
we don't
my
wanna
God.
see it.
And obviously, yeah, that happened just a few hours before he was supposed to meet up for court. So naturally, he overslept. But before he ended the stream, he also announced that he was going to live stream during the trial.
The trial is live tomorrow, and
I didn't hear this one. Yo, is he serious? Yo, South Korean news couldn't even be in there. What are you talking about?
Like, bro, come on, bro.
and I will be live streaming the trial.
You know, while he's at it, what's
I don't
another
think you
felony
will.
for him?
I don't
It's
think you were.
Friday morning. We're now heading to the Johnny Somali lawsuit, which is definitely going to be very interesting because I feel like it's going to go one of, three ways. It's like either he gets a complete slap on the wrist and he's like, all right, get out of here. Two, they want to go somewhere in the middle of the road where they give him some punishment, but also don't want him here for too long. Or three, the judge just really drops the hammer down on him and he serves quite a while here. And I feel like the second option is the most likely outcome, but also who knows, because I don't know how judges
I
normally.
feel like like prior to like the actual trial happening, Like, no, we knew. I think the fairest ground was the second option that Atozy's talking about. But now, it's absolutely option three.
No, they
It's
make
three.
An example
It's
out of him.
completely done. He's getting the hammer absolutely crashing through the floor. Like, y'all need to understand, bro. It's done.
I handle cases here. First time in Seoul. Got Hans with me. He's editor of the channel, one of the editors.
Shout out.
I'm alongside of Daniel. Unfortunately, Daniel was sick, so he couldn't come out to Korea.
I just know this car got like curtains.
I'm actually shocked right now. So we just found out that Johnny's been streaming all night, and he's incredibly drunk. And apparently he's been doing like text-to-speech donation shots, and his chat, of course, got him incredibly drunk before his trial. And the reason I mentioned papers is because apparently he showed his papers on stream, and apparently he's been indicted for some crazier crimes than what we even thought. So this is going to be an interesting day, to put it lightly. If he doesn't show up, what happens?
They will put it off for a month.
Okay.
But in his case, in this very special case, he might be detained.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's made such a stink that they might feel that he's a risk, so they'll probably arrest him. Potentially, that'll be funny.
Apparently another Korean streamer threw a brick through a window here.
The window. Yeah. He broke the window over there.
Wow.
This other great streamer. Yeah. Young one.
So what's the prediction of how long Johnny's going to get, you guys think?
What do we predict his sentence will be? 3 to 5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
And he'll be held here in Korea for that?
In prison.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
He'll go to the foreign prison, which is not fun. He'll have
Lingo
lots
mindset. Yeah, shout out
of
everybody.
Chinese friends there to keep him company, and he's been making fun of China as well, so that'll go over brilliantly.
Yeah.
He's about to find out that being in an Asian prison is not.
It doesn't help when you have multiple charges stacked against you.
No.
Right?
This is the room right here. And so there'll be a paper with all the cases.
Basically.
I guess the big question is will he show up?
Right.
Yeah, he's wasted at the moment, so.
We've been covering him for what, like a year and a half, and every video I make on him, I'm like, how is this possible? How is he finding a...
That's literally the same question I be asking in all the vids. And y'all will see him, and I say it all the time. Like, how do we get here, though? Like, how does it get this far, though? Like, I don't... It just goes beyond me, because I'm like, bro, you would think at a certain point it's like, okay, nah, it's getting too far. Like, okay, I'm gonna get severe consequences. Okay, no, it's going bad. Okay, no, I got beat up. Okay, no, I gotta go to court. Okay, no, these schools are doxing me. Okay, no, it's like, nah,
Keep getting worse.
he's still going even after the court date, even after the trial.
I'm gonna say me after the court. Yeah, after the trial, he's still going. Right now, he's still going. Right now, at this moment.
Right now, currently, yes.
new low, and today he found a new low, or tonight. He was rambling about the
He was
judge.
rambling about the judge. He was rambling about everything. He showed the document that he's legally not allowed to show, that you have a picture of, which shows that he's basically, the police have sent the crimes charges,
Fake charges to the prosecutor in the Eastern District.
Okay, so he's
So he shouldn't
being
show
charged for that.
Yeah, but
No,
he
not
shouldn't show
confirmed.
that.
Not confirmed. It's at the prosecutors, but there's a very high chance that they will indict.
Yeah.
And maybe they have indicted. We don't know yet, but we will find out.
So could that add more charges for him as well?
For that. No, he can show that. I mean,
Right.
thank you, Johnny.
Yeah.
He pleaded guilty to the other charges that they had, which was obstruction of business, carrying a rotting fish, and threatening people with it in public.
Which is still like, what? Whenever someone says it to you, he did a what? With a
Yeah,
who?
I still didn't get to see the video. You saw that one. I got to see that one.
On the train and that kind of thing.
Right.
The dapper gentleman who was in the recap I did
Doc.
after the stream, he did a court summary where essentially he wrote down everything that happened during the courtroom. So here we have Johnny Somali court case March 7th, 2025, first hearing. 9:50, courtroom doors open.
Yeah, I read
9:51. Courtroom layout and observations. Atozy begins to make a courtroom sketch. Just in case you were wondering, this is my courtroom sketch here. So this is exactly what the courtroom looked like from the...
Wow.
Yo, this is real
Wow.
artistic.
Is that
talent
Hank
here.
with the hat? Oh, no, you're not even supposed to wear a hat, yo.
Witness and interpreter? Okay, this is...
But, that could be Johnny with the oversized suit.
Yo,
right here.
facts!
This Johnny with the oversized suit.
the podium where we were sitting. So you have the judge in the center there, the Korean flag. Behind him, you have the prosecution on one side and then the defense on the other side. And as you can see, Johnny's stanced up in a very oversized white suit. And then obviously in the middle there, you had the interpreters because there was no witnesses that was called to this case yet. Hearings begin. 10:09, Ramzi Khalid Ismail is called to the stand. His lawyer informs the judge that he is attempting to contact him. The entire court waits. The judge appears mildly irritated. 10:11, delay confirmed. The lawyer finally makes contact with Ramzi and informs the court that he will arrive 15 minutes late. At 11, Johnny Somali is absent. Johnny has still not appeared in court. Given that he was drinking all night, it is possible that he is still intoxicated. His lawyer appears to be attempting to sober him up. 11:09.
Yo, that still gets me to this day. And while his lawyer is really wanting to chew him out, because, bro, why are you showing up to your court date intoxicated? Oh, yeah, we also got hit with another charge that we didn't know about. Like, yo, that...
9.
Right.
Ramzi arrives. The courtroom informed Ramzi that he is on his way up the stairs. The judge and prosecution appeared mildly irritated. 11:11. Ramzi enters the courtroom looking very rough. He is wearing an ill-fitted gray suit that is too large for him and a red MAGA cap. As he enters, he smirks at Atozy and me. He then notices Legal Mindset, who is slightly in his blind spot. Seeing Legal Mindset, he grins foolishly and sticks his tongue out at him. Hank follows closely behind.
I can just see it every time.
Shout out Andrew, bro. Legal Mindset,
I can
bro.
see it every time. I can see it every time I hear it.
Like, grown man, by the way, bro. Like, that's about to get some very serious charges, by the way, too. Like, bro, this is the stupidest thing, bro. But, yo, I'm so glad. Shout out to Doc for writing down this, like, unofficial court transcript, because this John is hilarious.
Behind. In an attempt to appear confident, Ramzi fails to follow courtroom protocol. He is told to remove his hat, which he does. However, while smirking at Legal Mindset, he absent-mindedly puts it back on. The court officer immediately instructs him to remove it again. He then attempts to sit in the interpreter's seat and is told to move. So he originally went to the center, but obviously he can't be there, so he had to go to the defense side. After a brief moment of confusion, he finds his lawyer and sits beside him. He once again glances at Legal Mindset, smirks, and sticks out his tongue. The judge and prosecution observe everything.
Twice? I ain't know that, Andrew. I thought he only did it once. Twice? That was what, I'm getting out of here. That's what that was.
No, you're not.
Yeah, all right.
The judge says see you next month. That's tough. Yeah, it's embarrassing. I did not know that he did this jump multiple times either, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He literally was trying to make sure that Andrew saw this jump. Like, boy, lock in. Brother. You are about to get charges for deep fakes. You already got 4 different charges in this one John alone, 2 obstructions and 2 misdemeanors. Like, you need to be focusing on that, bro. Tongue need to stay in mouth. Actually, you should have used that tongue to say them numbers that you apparently didn't know. That's a whole nother thing in itself. You know what?
Say it in English.
It is over for you, Ramzi Khalid Ismail.
Say that in English.
It is done. Done.
In the audience, 2 female journalists sit directly in front of us. A white male journalist sits on the left-hand side of the courtroom, all of them rapidly taking notes on their laptops. Ramzi is instructed to stand for the judge. His demeanor is disrespectful and irreverent. The judge asks for his occupation, to which he falsely claims to be a student.
Stupid. This was dumb. When we first heard this, by the way, I was like, oh my god.
The judge raises an eyebrow, but does not otherwise react. When asked to confirm his address, Ramzi suddenly adopts a confused and helpless foreigner persona. He pretends to not know his address because he does not speak Korean. The judge informs him that he may speak English and simply state the numbers. It is evident that the judge understands and likely speaks English. The judge asks for his nationality, to which he promptly responds the United States of America. Ramzi stands sloppily in his oversized suit, hands in his pockets while speaking to the judge. Oh, and also just to add more context, so Ramzi is speaking to a translator who is then talking to the judge in Korean. But as stated, it seemed very clear the judge fully understood Ramzi. And then obviously to add more context, if it's not clear, Ramzi is Johnny Somali. 11:15, judge issues a warning. The judge warns Ramzi that failure to attend future hearings could result in a harsh sentence in his absence. 11:16, charges were read by the prosecution. The prosecution reads out the 3 charges against Ramzi. 1. Disruption of business. Ramsey entered a 7-Eleven and began drinking alcohol, which is illegal in Korea. When the elderly shop owner asked him to stop, he became verbally abusive. He threw ramen inside the store and continued drinking anyway. He played loud music, danced drunkenly, and harassed customers as they entered. His actions caused financial harm to the business and emotional distress to the owner. The prosecutor's language mirrors the strict legal vocabulary used in the previous drug dealer's case that we witnessed before Ramsey's case, emphasizing the social damage that Ramsey's actions caused. 2. Public harassment with a rotting fish. Ramsey carried a rotting fish in a plastic bag
There you go. I'm about to say, yeah.
Let me see this.
and harassed people. When passengers asked him to remove the fish from the bus, he ignored them. He randomly approached pedestrians with a rotting fish, disturbing social order and making people feel unsafe. Upon hearing about the rotting fish, the judge slightly tilts his head and reviews the charges, seemingly in disbelief.
Remember with the first video that we watched on Atozy, where like that's when he was talking with the dog, legal mindset, and everybody. Yeah, they had said that like the judge was like, huh? Like the judge was like, yo, get this freak show out of here. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Either he's going into jail, sir, or like what's wrong with him? Like I don't like, yo, the judge probably was like, bro, I got too much BS to be dealing with, bro. Somebody else gotta go handle this fool. Like, yeah.
However, he remains stone-faced and does not comment. And then the third charge is lewd conduct on public transportation. Ramsey was accused of sexually suggestive dancing and playing loud music on the bus and in train. He was specifically accused, in quote, of twerking, which is considered deviant in Korea.
I'm not doing it. Oh, yeah, no.
This was a statue Johnny twerked on.
And that's apparently the first time the word
Statue of Peace.
twerking has ever been used in a court case in Korea. 1118, the unexpected fourth charge. The judge asks Ramsey if he's received the letter of the fourth charge. Both Ramsey and his lawyer appeared confused. The lawyer receives a new charge and reviews it. Then the judge asks the defense how they wish to plead. Ramsey's lawyer states that he pleads guilty to all charges except for the new charge, which they have not yet reviewed. The judge asks how much time the defense requires. The lawyer requests 3 weeks to review the new charge. The judge then grants the request, and then the hearing of the fourth charge is scheduled for April 9th, 2025.
Yep.
Ramsey no longer smiles and appears very concerned.
We weren't beating the case like OJ.
Yeah, put that tongue back in your mouth.
1120, judge's final word. The judge sternly warns Ramsey to not be late for the next hearing. The judge looks mildly annoyed, which in Korean culture indicates that he is actually very annoyed. 1122, court adjourns. We stand and exit the courtroom, leaving Ramsey behind. After the hearing, a journalist asked Ramsey why he wore a MAGA cap and kept putting it back on. Ramsey responded, "Because I can do whatever I want. Korea is a vassal state of America."
Cap.
Again, that is a quote from him. His freedom is in Korea's hands right now. Why he's acting like this now, I don't know.
He's an
but
idiot.
also, I have no idea why he's done 99% of the stuff that we've been covering him doing. But after the trial, we went and had lunch and discussed the trial.
First trial case for him. Very fascinating. Apparently he pled guilty to the first set of charges, and he now has another court date and a separate trial, or a separate case. Can you do a quick run through about the fish thing? Or like, so what happened?
So basically, he got on the public transport with a rotten fish.
Yeah, I'm aware of the story, but what did the judge say about all that?
They indicted him for it because it's disturbance of business, and the public transport here is technically a private company. Like, it's half government owned, but it's still a private company. So it's still obstruction of business, and he was harassing people with the fish
That's
randomly.
what I'm saying. Like, if you putting the fish up in people's faces and all that type, John, like, bro, like, move, you heard? Like, bro, you all up on some weird, John, like.
In the street for no reason. They said specifically he was approaching people for no reason and harassing them with a rotten fish.
Okay.
So it's kind of, it goes into harassment and also the obstruction of business. Yeah. Because it made public transport, people felt unsafe, they said.
So that counted as an obstruction of business as well, not only just minor charges? That was a minor charges or a misdemeanor.
Like harassment.
Yeah. And then the second minor charges was him on the subway twerking.
Subway twerking, playing loud music.
Playing
loud music and just disrupting people, making them feel unsafe on public transport.
What did the judge say or react to any of it? Did he give anything?
He just kind of basically didn't show much response. He was just noting down what the charges were. And as Johnny was walking in making faces, the judge noticed that he was making faces. So it's probably not going to count in his favor.
Right.
Can't make it up. None of this. It's all real.
Cause yeah, like I get and it's always like that. Like I'll sit here and listen to it. I'll just be like, and I know Carter said this like even earlier, but like I just feel like, yo, man, this is not stuff that happens. Like I don't know how to exactly explain this. Like this is like maybe I'm just living too much of an NPC life. Maybe the world goes too great for me. Even like, taxes, although inflation itself is gonna make the world go bad. But that's besides the point. It's just like, yeah, people who have like normal everyday problems. You know, we got like, oh man, I don't feel like going to work. Oh man, I got sick. Oh man, I can't afford the bills. Then there's Johnny. Oh man, I couldn't disturb somebody with a fish today. Oh man, I couldn't go. I couldn't go Diddy, the Comfort Women statues. Oh man, I couldn't show up to my court date blackout drunk. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually ended up throwing up on myself. Oh man, it's like, yeah, these are not Jones that heads are going through on the couch. Well, hey, if you drink too much, you will probably throw up. I can keep it like that. But even still, that's not the point. But like, yeah, you're not going out doing all this shit. Like more heads are just keeping it peace. Like they're just keeping it cool, calm, cordial. Like I get, even if you're a content creator, you be a little bit more outlandish. Obviously, for content, that's different. He's just doing this for the love of the game. Like he truly is. Like he is truly doing this for the love of the game, the love of getting beat up. Like that John is.
Wear the hat as well, dude.
Yeah, try to wear
Or
a
loving the
Yeah,
jail
you gotta wear the Trump hat. I got hat. I can't wear my hat.
The fact that they made him take it off twice was hilarious.
Oh man.
And he wore a very badly fitting suit.
That's Hank.
It's always he's wearing his suits. It's got too much padding.
Yeah, it was like a kid wearing his dad's suit. It was embarrassing.
After lunch, I ended up trying to live stream multiple times, but couldn't get a decent internet connection, so we ended up going to a Starbucks to where I could actually stream. And that's how we got this VOD, which is still up on my channel. And remember what I said about him pleading guilty? Well, that's exactly what happened, because, you know, he showed up drunk and pled guilty to 3 of those charges. Which means, no matter what, he's going to become a convicted criminal in Korea because he just pleaded guilty. So he's now banned from Korea when they finally let him leave here after he served all of his time and paid all of his fines. And in future cases against him, he'll be tried as a repeat offender, meaning he'll be getting a way harsher sentence. And in these future cases, it seems like these charges are way harsher. But somehow, after all of that, he still thinks that he's not even going to spend any jail time in Korea and he's going to be a free man soon. And not only that, he also admitted to showing up drunk and not caring about his case on a live stream. After all that.
They're claiming that like I came in and I was blindsided by the fact that I had a new charge and was like sitting in the wrong place and was nervous. This was a breeze, and the only reason I'm ready to start going live again, because honestly I have no fear. Like that's really, these people are clout chasing off my name so badly. These from Pakistan saying I arrived late and hungover. Okay, they're not lying about that part. I'll give you that. I was late to the court by like an hour. I was hungover.
Then what part did they lie about? Because that's literally what.
I'm gonna be honest about that. But it wasn't really that big of a deal. You know, I showed up drunk. I showed up happy. Like, but they got me for like spilling a cup of noodles. They got me for carrying a stinky fish. They got me for some, bro. Like this, you can't go to jail for that in any country. I know for a fact I'm not gonna go to jail. Not one day in jail, but I have the footage.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe not off of them Jones you got, but off the deep fakes. Oh no, you'll absolutely be. If they really charge you for that, you'll absolutely be spending time in jail.
Is this when you about to talk about the Uno reverse?
I think this might be that. Hold on, is it that?
Footage of me and Hank leaving the court laughing our asses off. Like, bro, we're not taking this serious.
Dude, do you not care about your freedom anymore? No. I mean, unfortunately for him, this was likely his last conversation with his lawyer.
We got good and bad news. Good news, we got your payment, buddy. Bad news, they gave you life. Sayonara.
Except,
I ain't gonna lie. Drewski's funny, but Drewski might have some Diddy allegations. I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Using a public defender. So, I mean, you get what you pay for. He's not paying them anything. And this charge, which is way more serious, is apparently the creation and distribution of the deepfake video of himself making out with another Korean female streamer. which is a massive charge in Korea because that's extremely illegal. And from that charge alone, if he's unlucky enough, that could be another decade in prison. And I mean, just by looking at how he's treating this case, it's not like he's playing his cards right to get any sympathy from the judge. I'm in disbelief, honestly. Why would you willingly just absolutely destroy your life and freedom to live stream for like 40 people? But as we mentioned earlier, there was another journalist who was
for the clout, which I had none, for the money, which I wasn't making. Tough.
Like, bro, it's the stupidest, John. I fully agree with Atozy on it.
there who asked him the question where he said that he was wearing the MAGA hat because Korea is a vassal state of America. That's his words, absolutely not mine. And he's saying this right after the US announced they were looking into dropping tariffs on South Korea. So again, optics-wise, that is a terrible decision to make. I guess his Hail Mary is he's thinking Trump's gonna come save him because he's wearing that hat. Wake up call. That's not gonna happen, buddy.
No way.
But I mean, at the end of the day, we're just gonna have to see what happens. Either way, it really does not look like it's gonna go well for him. Everyone I've talked to have estimated anywhere from 3 to 5 years is a realistic term for this case. Then we have all the future things that could happen. So who knows how much time he'll actually end up getting. If this video gets 100,000 likes, I will fly out and go to a future case again. Obviously, if you're new here, welcome to my channel and feel free to subscribe. If you want to see some extra behind the scenes vlogs of this trip, feel free to become a member of this channel. And of course, then that would help fund future travels for my videos. But other than that, I hope I see you guys in the next video. All right, so after recording this video, I found out Johnny just released a response to our video talking about the trial. So I'll release the response to that shortly.
Fire, I ain't gonna lie.
We'll be right here waiting.
Shout out Atozy. We got disrespectful IRL streamer destroys his life in Korean court in front of us. Y'all already know what it is. If you want to watch the original video, that will be down in the description below to give your own opinions and conjecture. Final opinions and conjecture though, boss. Take it away. Take what we got for him.
I don't know. I don't know. It's like now I'm just really like speechless. Like this is I don't know. I just like to interview his mom. I'm gonna keep saying. I know people probably thinking, oh, I gotta know, what is she going through? She done lost her son.
She might lose her son. True.
But everybody's saying, I see people in the comments saying that
they might do them.
They've been disowned him. Okay, fine, they disowned him, but how's she feeling? But anyway, he needs help. And,
I don't know if any of that is true. If you got that information, not even me trying to talk crazy. If you got that information from Mist, I would not take that 100%.
Oh no, if you got any.
I would not. Anyway. That's not even me trying to talk crazy like on him. Like I'm dead up. Like I ain't gonna lie, cause there obviously everyone can say some John. I'm sure there's John I've missaid or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I can mislead, but
I've
like
seen some, not on there, but in other comments. But anyway, I'm speechless.
I mean that's fair enough.
Because I don't know what to say. Because I don't call him idiot, dumb, stupid, mentally insane. Legal Mike said, don't anybody say he gonna plead insanity. Because Legal Mike said, stop playing when it comes to that stuff.
Yo, if he try to plead insanity, nah, I'm really showing up there because I gotta prove why this is not the case. He got intentions on all of this, right? He not just insane, never. Like, I would actually cook him in this, John.
What's your final?
My final opinions and conjecture is like, I can't even say, are we surprised? Nah, obviously we're not surprised, but like, who is surprised that he is not surprised? That nah, because I gotta word this right. Who is surprised that Johnny is not like shocked or not taking serious the factor that he actually might spend time behind bars?
Nobody's surprised because that's just who he is. I'm not stepping foot in a jail cell. Okay.
Well, I think we got the answer to our question.
But you did say he was right because he's going to get thrown in.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he's going to get thrown in. So, you're right. You're not stepping a foot in there. You're going to get tossed in there, and yeah, that's going to be about it.
You ever play hacky sack?
Or they going to pick you up like they did. Was that Israel?
In Israel, yeah.
Yeah, they going to pick you up again. Yeah.
But, yeah, we just going to have to see. Obviously, he's got another court, John, coming up. So, when that time comes, if he doesn't do anything to make his cases worse, he will. You know what I'm saying? Then we'll see. You know, obviously, we're going to see more stuff about this then. But other than that, for now, hey, we're going to push it over to the end screen, gang. No cap. Like this video up if you enjoyed. Me and the boss would very much appreciate it. Y'all already know what it is, man. 5K up, 5K down because 5K is around the way, gang. I ain't gonna cap. Y'all already know what it is. Also, turn on that
Please do.
post notification bell, blue bell, the ringer. Y'all already know, so that every time the boss posts, Shirley posts on this page right here, MNT Mama Trill, that boy will be always on your feed, gang. Tough. Last but not least, boss, tell them what they gotta do on every single one.
Watch it from the beginning to the end. Thank you very much, and thank you for commenting and
Stamp.
liking, and hitting that thumbs up button, which is the same thing, and taking the time to watch. Thank you.
No cap. Other than
See
that,
you soon, Ramsey.
we're gonna cover y'all, catch y'all when we cover, this bows up next. Peace.